So in this final video of the maintenance section of the masterclass video series, we're going to be going over the pros, the cons of maintaining your physique, right? You've done the hard work, you've gotten the results. Now we're going to be discussing the good, the bad of kind of staying where you're at and maintaining the results that you've achieved. Right, so the first pro, we'll start with the pros. The first pro is obviously it is significantly easier to maintain your physique than it is to get the results, right? The hard part is building the muscle. The hard part is dropping the fat. Your body is very resistant to change, and so those are usually the hardest parts of getting to your goal physique. Once you're there, like I mentioned, it's a lot easier. You don't need as much training volume. You don't need to be as strict with your diet. Obviously, you should still be cognizant of your calories, your macros, but again, you don't, especially when you're losing fat, you have to be very dialed in with your calories in versus calories out, because again, on both ends, you have to be either in a calorie surplus or calorie deficit to make progress. And with maintaining, obviously you just stick with your maintenance calories, and then that's pretty much all you need to maintain your physique, as long as your protein and your macros are kind of in check as well. So yeah, again, it's a lot easier to maintain once you've gotten the results than it is to actually get the results you're looking for. The next major pro when it comes to entering a maintenance phase, or even just lowering your calories back to maintenance calories for a few days or even a week, is the ability to just enjoy your life, right? Enjoy your social life, whether that be travel or vacation or maybe some work stuff or just hanging out with your friends, family, whatever it is, any social event really. Being at maintenance calories gives you a lot more wiggle room, a lot more flexibility to actually, again, enjoy your life. As long as you're hitting the fundamentals, as long as you're getting enough protein, water, sleep, still working out. Again, check out the top 5 tips on maintaining your physique, on kind of more in-depth details on that. As long as you're hitting the fundamentals, it is much easier to maintain your physique than to actually either build muscle or lose fat. So that's one of the major pros. Obviously, I have a lot more wiggle room. And for me, myself, I almost always go back up to maintenance calories when I'm traveling or when I have like socials, maybe some social events on the weekends. I'll bring my calories back up to maintenance. I'm not regressing by any means, right? I'm going back up to maintenance, still hitting the fundamentals, which allows me to not regress while I'm enjoying my social events. And then maybe once I'm done those, pick up right back where I started. So again, it gives you a lot more flexibility, a lot more wiggle room, and you can kind of enjoy your life without having to sacrifice the fun parts of your social life. And the third and final pro of being at maintenance calories is one that oftentimes goes overlooked because everyone just wants results right away, as fast as possible. But that is, sometimes it's healthier to be at maintenance calories than maybe someone that's in an extreme diet, right? Because especially those people that are really restricting their calories, being in a steep calorie deficit, and an aggressive diet, are often those the same people that are micronutrient deficient, right? Deficient in vitamins and minerals, which can lead to not just making your fat loss process harder, but obviously a whole host of other health complications if you are deficient in certain micronutrient vitamins and minerals, right? So that is obviously a major reason why, even not just physically, mentally as well, having the ability of taking a break from your diet will help you so much with long-term adherence. Maybe, especially if you're someone that is dieting for months on end, taking a week break will do oftentimes more good than harm, right? You're taking a week break, you're allowing yourself to kind of go back to maintenance, you feel better, your mood's better, and once you're kind of done that break, you're more motivated and higher adherence to your diet, versus if you're kind of really over your diet and you're kind of tired of dieting. Taking diet breaks is an awesome thing you can do. So both mentally and physically, it is a lot of times, especially the people that are really aggressively trying to lose fat, oftentimes it is healthier to be at maintenance calories, because again, when you're in such a steep calorie deficit, just because your calories are so low, you do really run the risk of being micronutrient deficient. And when you go back up to maintenance, because you're eating more calories, just the sheer volume of calories, assuming you're not eating complete junk 24/7, the amounts, just by going back up to maintenance, and the diversity of your diet will help you kind of replenish that micronutrient if you are deficient in any micronutrients. So that is obviously a major pro, just feeling overall better, having more energy, your better mood, and obviously from a mental aspect as well, just not always having to follow a strict diet all the time. Taking a break here and there, even if it's just for a weekend, can help you with long-term adherence to whatever your goal is. Now, with the pros of maintaining come the cons, right? As with most things in life, there's usually always pros and cons of doing whatever, and so with maintaining, there's definitely pros and cons. So the most basic, the first one of maintaining your physique, the biggest con is obviously your performance in the gym. You're not going to be building as much muscle. You're definitely not going to be building that much strength because you're not giving your body an excess amount of resources to actually build new tissue. I touched on this in several other videos in the bulking section, as well as some of the other maintenance videos, but unless you are brand new to the gym, it is almost impossible to build new muscle or lose fat when you're at calorie maintenance, right? It is possible if you are brand new, because the stimulus from you just going to the gym and working out is so new, so big to your body has to adapt. It's a lot easier to build muscle or lose fat or do a combination of both if you are brand new to the gym. Otherwise, if you have a few years of experience under your belt, again, you have to be in a calorie surplus or a calorie deficit if you want to build muscle, build strength, or lose fat. So obviously that's the biggest con. You're just not going to be progressing, making as much progress in the gym and with your body, but that's okay because you're kind of sacrificing that for your social life, to enjoy your life, travel, vacation, whatever it is. So it obviously it is good to do these every once in a while to kind of go back to maintenance, let your body reset, especially if you're someone that's coming off a very extreme or a very aggressive cutting phase. So that's probably the biggest con of being on maintenance calories. You're just not going to be making as much progress with your body and in the gym. Now, another big con of going back to maintenance calories is usually when you're maintaining, you're not working out as much. You're not doing as much cardio as you would be, especially if you're someone that just came off of a fat loss or a cutting phase, right? So what that means is obviously your energy output reduces quite a bit, especially if someone that was doing cardio and working out pretty much every day. Your energy output will decrease quite a bit, and so your maintenance calories, because now you're at maintenance, will be a lot lower. So it will be a little bit tougher to hit that maintenance calorie threshold, especially if you're someone that's coming straight off of a cut. For those people, I would recommend the first 1 or 2 weeks following this cut, really watch your food intake. I would continue tracking your calories, continue tracking your macros until you're a couple weeks post reaching your goal. That way, just because you're usually right after a cut, that is when you're most hungry. Your ghrelin, your hunger hormone, is very high. And so if you give it enough time, go back to maintenance calories and just making sure you're actually hitting that maintenance calories, your body will adapt and you won't be as hungry 2 weeks or a few weeks down the line, and it'll be much easier to hit that maintenance calorie threshold. So that is probably one of the biggest things is, again, your energy output will be a lot lower. So just be cognizant of that, especially if you're someone that's coming off of a fat loss phase. And the third and final con when it comes to maintaining your physique is that's it. That's pretty much the only big cons I can think of when it comes to maintaining your physique, because in my opinion, maintaining your physique should be the end goal, right? You've done the hard work, you like the way you look, you built muscle, you lost fat, whatever your goal was, that should be the end goal, is to maintain where you are now, because maintaining means you're happy, you're healthy, and you look good. That should be the end result. And so for me personally, I stick more or less around maintenance calories most of the year, right? Maybe in the summertime or when I go on vacation, I'll push it a little bit and get lean for that. Or maybe in the winter, I'll again push it again, raise my calories, try to build some more muscle, put on a little bit more weight. But again, most of the year, I would say probably 80-90% of the year, I'm right around maintenance calorie, because I like the way I look. It's easy to maintain. I'm happy, I'm healthy, I feel good, and I look good ultimately. And so that should be, in my opinion, the end goal, is to kind of maintain your physique. So that is all the cons I can think of really when it comes to maintaining. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. 3 pros, 2 cons of maintaining physique, and we'll see you in the next video.